Life might seem like a game with strict rules, but understanding how our perception shapes reality gives us the power to challenge these rules and create a more fulfilling experience. I think we are all disappointed with the results in California, not just McGovern winning. One man lamented in a scene from the Shirley Chisholm movie. His colleague chimed in, "If you can call that winning. He didn't even carry the state, but he gets all the delegates." Shirley Chisholm, a trailblazer in U.S. politics and the first black woman elected to Congress, responded, "Winner takes all. Those were the rules before the primary. Not sure there's much that can be done about it." The men, not satisfied, countered, "We think we can make the case that what happened in California was not a democratic process. We'd like your campaign to join us." Chisholm, reflecting for a moment, retorted, "You all are killing me. Now you are worried about being fair? The vote doesn't go your way. You just changed the rules." Her response highlights the frustrating reality that the rules of life often seem rigged, changed mid-game by those in positions of power. But what if the rules aren't as permanent as they seem? Life is a game where everyone gets to play, yet so many sit on the sidelines, unaware of their own power to change the rules, or at least their perception of them. Like these California delegates, we must challenge the notion of not democratic and explore new possibilities. This openness to new perspectives is essential when life feels like a never-ending visit to a skunk farm. Instead of complaining about the stench, you must change your view about what farm you are on. It begins by changing your minds, your thoughts, feelings, actions, and most importantly, your perceptions. Because within this malleable existence, your life responds to the words you believe about them. We need a connection to life from a place of oneness, where the ego takes its rightful place but doesn't dominate. Imagine your ego as a small black dot in the center of a square drawn on a vast whiteboard. This dot represents your sense of self, and the square becomes the boundary the ego creates. It whispers limitations in your ear, telling you, this is who you are. This is what you can and can't be. It might say, you're from a certain neighborhood, so you can't achieve X, or you're not privileged enough to do Y. Sadly, many of us spend our lives honoring these arbitrary declarations, feeling trapped within the confines of the ego's square. But what if you erase the lines of the square, leaving only the single line beneath the dot? That line becomes a springboard propelling you forward. Your ego, the dot, is still there, but it no longer dictates your path. It becomes a source of self-awareness, a tool for navigating life's experiences. This shift in perspective allows you to understand true opposites. Most people think the opposite of good is bad, or that the opposite of bad is good. However, the true opposite of both good and bad is not good or not bad. Everything else falls somewhere on a spectrum between these extremes. This subtle shift helps you realize that the experiences you label good or bad aren't fixed realities. They're subject to your perceptions, ones you create or ones you are given. The ego's limitations can be incredibly insidious. I once served on the board of a nonprofit alongside a man who worked as associate general counsel for a major department store. At the time, I had recently lost my job as a corporate attorney, but felt too embarrassed to let my fellow board members know. Unbeknownst to me, his company was actively seeking a new corporate attorney. When I later left the city and stepped down from the board, he expressed surprise and mentioned, "If I had known you were looking for a job, I could have easily gotten you an interview in my department." Pride had blinded me to an opportunity that was right in front of me. Let us remember Chisholm's wisdom. We can change the rules. If we question the rules, seek true opposites, and embrace the change we wish to see. This boldness in being ourselves allow us to break free from the limitations that hold us back and create lives that feel less like a skunk farm and more like the beautiful, ever-evolving experiences they truly are. This is Sean Speaks, and remember, brain health is mental wealth.